Right Honorable Speaker and my colleagues, I'm raising on a matter of national importance. On 29th of this month, there was a message that went around the country that the Minister of Disaster Preparedness is crying that 15 billion that was given to him, 5 billion is missing. Right Honorable Speaker, this matter circulated and we got the information. I found it better as a legislature, Major Lebusia, one of the places that are hosting the refugees, to find out from the Minister of Disaster Preparedness about the facts of this matter. Because this 5 billion is a lot of money to a taxpayer from Uganda, and therefore that's why I want to pray. Prayer number one, Madam Right Honorable Speaker, the Minister of Disaster Preparedness should come and clarify to the House on this matter of the missing 5 billion shillings. And the second prayer is to know whether the 15 billion that was given into his docket of disaster preparedness has been utilized well, since right now most places in this country are facing disasters. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Minister of Finance, is it true that you disbursed 15 billion shillings? Disaster.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. First of all, I want to withdraw the word. Remember to withdraw the word that the Minister of Disaster was crying.
Honorable Esther Nyakun of Nakapiripirich, Minister of Disaster Preparedness and Refugees.
Thank you, Right. Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, there was no crying. There was just a request which was forwarded by my senior colleague to the Minister of Finance on the contingency budget to be able to support our issues, because we have been seeing how much the House has been bringing issues. Yeah, it's true.
Kindly leave the minister finish her statement.
So, we had an amicable meeting on the management to be in position to discuss why the Prime Minister wanted to remove part of the money to manage other disaster issues. And so she wrote...
Which part of the money?
The 5 billion shillings.
From where?
The money was requested by disaster preparedness, 15 billion shillings. Actually, we requested for 30 billion shillings. And we were given 15 billion shillings. From the 15 billion shillings, my ministry received 10 billion shillings, and that's what we have used so far for buying relief items. But we had a meeting with the Prime Minister.
But Minister of Finance had given you 15? Approved 15?
Yes.
So you got only 10?
We requested for 30 billion. So they gave us 15 billion. So we had a meeting with the Prime Minister. She had other plans to manage other disaster-related issues. So 5 billion.
She had other plans within your money?
Within the relief money, yes, on disaster-related issues.
Members, when you look at the Public Finance Management Act, that is what is called virement. You're making a virement from one vote. These are two different votes. There is a vote of OPM, disaster, and then there is a vote of the Prime Minister. We may need to know where that money went, what the money was used for, whether the money was approved for two different activities.
Right Honorable Speaker and honorable colleagues, there is no money that has been diverted. I wrote to Minister of Finance, me myself, requesting for 30 billion because of the magnitude of disasters that have befallen our country. We managed to get 15 billion. That was on 13th of this month. On 14th, we had a meeting, what they call senior top management meeting, where all of us ministers under the Prime Minister's office sit. The Honorable Nyakuni was there. The Honorable Hilary Oneke was there. You will realize that we have been traversing the country and seeing the disasters that are falling in this country. So we agreed in a meeting, senior top, that now that we have got only 15 billion, let us use 5 billion to handle some lasting solutions. Kasese district, for example, has been facing floods year in, year out, and killing people. But we only need 600 million to buy land. It is to buy land. And now we agreed, let us use 6 million to buy land, so that these people can go off our back once and for all. Prime Minister's office has been feeding those people for now close to 2 years. Colleagues, there is a tendency in Prime Minister's office of suppliers and people want to all the time remain in business. Remain in business and remain putting their umbilical cord in government. If we give these people of Kasese land, just 600 million, they will go off our back and they will sustain themselves. Then we agreed in a meeting, let us have this. Then we went to Bulisa. In Bulisa, people got displaced in thousands. The lake claimed over 5 kilometers inside the mainland, including a health center which had just been constructed by Minister of Health. We said, Minister of Health, it's now 2 years. By the way, these floods have not happened today, since 2019. And these people have been feeding those people, and sometimes not giving them enough. They gave them 2 kilograms and then do accountability. Now, we agreed that let us use 800 million as guided from Minister of Health to construct a health center. Those people have nowhere to go. They have the medicine, they have the health staff, they have everything. Now, we agreed to use 800 million to construct that health center city. And this money is still with the Minister of Disaster Preparedness. They have been constructing houses. But this time I said, let us help these people. There are 2 grabbers of land who took all the land for the community. So I'm struggling with the Minister of Land to reclaim that land so that we can settle people there. So that place does not need land. So we go to Nakasongola. In Nakasongola district, there is a health center or a school called Imone. Over 5,000 people got displaced. They are in a camp. How do we help these people in order to go off the Prime Minister's office? We said, let us buy them land. A neck of land there is 1.5 million. But of course, I'm hearing nowadays some people are entering. They want to put it at 5 million. But at least we have the chief government value. We do the needful. Then we said, let us settle those people also. But again, Mone Primary School, which has over 1,000 pupils, got submerged. You see it deep 3 kilometers inside the water. What do we do? Should we eat all this money? I have been engaging with district officials, including my sisters and brothers. Then we agreed, let us also settle that school and conclude it once and for all, because this disaster has been on. Then we go to Rwampanga Health Center. I don't know whether I have members of parliament from those areas I'm talking about. Then at Rwampanga Health Center, submerged all the maternity unit inside. They only have 1 store, which is operational. Then we said, what do we do? I contacted the Minister of Health. What do we do? They have the staff, they have the medicine, they have everything, but they have no way out. They have no shelter, by the way. Then we said, no, we can still use 800 million to settle those people once and for all. And life continues. Then we went to Kayunga. In Kayunga, you saw me on a board that was not by design. So that place is inaccessible. The floods cut off almost 7 kilometers from the mainland, but Kawongo remained the other side. Those people are needed. Now schools are going to start. They don't have any secondary school the other side of Kawongo. The secondary school is in Galilaya. Now, what do? This water will not go tomorrow. It has been there for almost 3 years now. We need to buy them a boat. Then we agreed, let us buy these small boats, at least 10 million each, with an engine. And that is 40 million. Then we agreed, please, can you give me time? My brother, no. Please, no, give me time. I saw you as I was coming. Please give me time. Please protect me.
Let the Prime Minister finish, then you can...
You will discuss. Then the other day, those people need land in a place called Chedicho. Over 2,000 homesteads are stuck in one small land, Chedicho. So we agreed to buy land for those people, worth 800 million. Each acre of land is 2 million. If we can give at least a family 2 acres, they can start. Please give me a chance. Then, yes, please let me explain. Colleagues, I went to Amulata. In Amulata, we found that there is a sub-county with a health center 3. But that health center remained in the water, under the water. The mainland does not have a health center. Please, can you give me a chance?
James Fasit.
So the business in the Prime Minister's office, colleagues, which I found there, the suppliers are overwhelming. The suppliers need money.
James, you're
I
standing
saw
on
a
what?
letter after we had written.
Thank you.
Please.
You're standing on what, James? I would request that you give these members, you give us a document that we will refer to, and then you will give us further information on Tuesday, and putting in mind the Public Finance Management Act, Section 20, on reallocation of funds from one vote to the other. Because when we are talking about disaster, it must be a disaster aspect. When we talk about schools, we must talk about education. When we talk about hospitals, schools it must be in health. So members will refer this debate on Tuesday.
Right Honorable Speaker, it is the Minister of Finance that allows environment among our committees.
Can we have
and this was done, and the letter for that effective
Prime
here.
Minister, can we
Right
have...
Honorable Speaker,
Prime Minister, can we have this debate on this issue on Tuesday when everybody has information? Next item.